Hello there, Pisces. How's it going? It is time for your reading. My name is Kelly. I will be doing the read here for you guys. So let's get started. Let's get into it and see what's going on here with our energy and see what we can find out. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. All right, so what's going on with Pisces? Anzus. Anzus in reverse is talking about some sort of misunderstanding, misfortune, or a liar. Yeah. So this is, some sort of miscommunication, something that is not true, or it could be something that is true, but it's jumbled. Usually, though, when I see Anzus there in reverse, the first thing I think of is a liar. So, I'm not sure. Just make sure you're using your intuition, Pisces. This rune here indicates some sort of deceit or something. So, yeah. What else is going on with Pisces? Ewaz. Well, I like Ewaz. Ewaz this is somebody that you trust. This is somebody in your energy that you trust. It could be a spouse. It could be a good friend. Yeah, something's going on here with this. I can't really put my finger on it yet, but I'm going to get more. What else? Menez in reverse. Maybe some of you guys are spending time alone. This is talking about, spending time alone. Maybe spending time alone to think, which I would think would be a good idea because I see this. There's something going on with that. What else? The blank rune. Well, Pisces, the blank rune is kind of a trip because, it's a blank rune. I mean, there's really nothing here to say except that there is some sort of uncertainty going on. All right, there's something here that you don't know. There's something uncertain. So, the advice of this is to release control and don't push anything. All right, just allow things to unfold. This is like an open opportunity. Anything can happen here type of energy. So, and I would also keep my barriers up, and because of this is some sort of deceptive energy. And if anything had ended, Pisces, if anything in your life had ended, this is really good here too. This is talking about, a chance for renewal right here. So if anything ended, there's your chance for renewal. But yeah, this is just basically saying don't try to force answers when it's not time. All right? Yeah, this is kind of like sitting and thinking. This is kind of like thinking about something. Isolation, thinking, thinking to yourself. Not necessarily really isolation, but maybe thinking, which is good. Thoracicis. So, you know, thoracicis is a nasty, it can be a nasty rune because it's got that thorn right there, see, and it's pointing towards us. But I always like it when it's in reverse because it's showing us that we have the control here. We have some sort of a way out of this. This is some sort of deceptive energy. Somebody is talking. I don't know who it is. Somebody's saying some things that are not true. This could be like gossip or something like that. But you have somebody here that you trust. So, you know, I would seek advice. I would definitely seek advice from somebody that you trust. Because you're getting some sort of conflicting, there's something conflicting here. Especially when I see this thoracicis right here. This can warn against, you know, hidden things. So, like I said, I want you to make sure and use your intuition. Yeah, use your intuition, Pisces. Very, very, very important. And the deal here is the need to slow down. All right, I don't see Isa here, but I'm feeling still the need to slow down. I said I really feel that. Slow down and double check what you've been told. Don't, you know, make sure that you double check everything before you act on it. Okay? Double check what you've been told. Double check what you hear. Yeah. You can protect yourself for sure. You have the protection here. You can, you know, you're going to have to use your intuition and, you know, I see some sort of a struggle there. What else? Wang Yu. Well, Wang Yu is a happy rune, usually. This is dipping into somebody else's energy, somebody that could be in your energy. Yeah. I have to get more. Because you guys, when I read these runes, some of you have heard me say this. Some of you that are new probably haven't. But when I get past a certain point, I read the runes this way too. So... kind of hard to explain, but what else is going on with Pisces? Aquarius. Lagoose. Aquarius energy. Lagoose is clear water. This is clear flowing water. It's going with the flow. It's actually a very positive rune. It is Aquarius energy. Yeah. I'm also seeing Capricorn energy here too, you know, and I'm picking up something kind of really negative off this Capricorn energy. This Capricorn energy is some sort of energy, this person or someone that wouldn't give you nothing. They wouldn't give you the time of day. They're just, somebody really selfish. I feel that energy in the background as well. Othala, Pisces energy. Yeah. I see Cancer energy here as well. So Othala here in reverse is like it's something to do with the family. Okay, usually, most likely, this could be like a family member. Okay, it could be. Whoever this person is, they probably feel disconnected from their roots, and you could feel that way as well too, Pisces. But this person definitely feels, you know, that they've lost some sort of sense of belonging, and they could be, you know, struggling with some sort of family or home issues. Yeah. Some sort of family or home issues or inheritance issues. Whoever this person is. This person here. This is the main energy. Like I said, it doesn't have to be Aquarius, but, you know, somebody with Aquarius in their chart maybe. Or Capricorn. I also see Cancer. Yeah, this person, you know, may have rejected some sort of tradition, you know. They might have rejected some sort of family tradition or something. What else? Onzus. Onzus, wow. Look at this, Pisces. Onzus in reverse here and Onzus up here. This isn't really, well, this could be a lie. Somebody could be telling something that's true, but it's all mixed up and it's not true. You know what I mean? Kind of like you know, gossip or something. Oh, did you hear that they're going to go there and this and that? You know, maybe this and that might be true, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's that type of energy that is not really kind of like, it's some sort of conflicting energy. That's all the best I can say. Just make sure that you listen to their voice. This is talking about their voice. You know, when Onzus pops up, it's talking about communication, and it's usually face-to-face or on the phone. So if you're asking any questions to this person, make sure that you you're taking a pause for a second and listening for their answer. Listen to the tone of their voice, and that will give you the intuition that you need to come out of this. You know what I mean? You can always tell how somebody acts by the tone of their voice. You really can tell. You can tell a lot about a person by the tone of their voice. Yeah. So this could be, you know, this could be somebody that's, you know, just straight up spreading rumors that, you know, that are half truths. You know, it's kind of like a half truth. And this person could also feel like they're entitled. You know, and I see this here on their end side of the energy, you know, they come across as a happy person, but really inside they're not. And they might feel like there's some sort of entitlement or something because they have broken some sort of family tradition right over here. What's going on with Pisces? The Five of Swords. See, this is a conflict. See this conflict right here? That's like a you know, kind of reminds me of, you know, like a team, you know, this versus this, you know. But the whole idea of this reading, Pisces, is to just make sure that you're listening to that little voice in your head, and don't make sure you verify anything that you've heard before you really take it at face value. What else? You got the moon. Pisces, Cancer energy. Yeah. I see Othala on there too. This definitely has probably something to do with the family for sure. Some sort of disagreement or clash in the family. What else? And the Chariot. The Chariot. Well, you know, I like the Chariot, Pisces, because, you know, the Chariot is fast moving energy, and it's positive energy. Look, you've got Kenaz right there. Yeah, yeah. So, you know, basically what I'm thinking here is, you know, this is some sort of a conflict, like I said right here. And, you know, this is some sort of illusions, because there's been something here that's not really, there's something here that is not right. It's, yeah, some sort of an illusion maybe. But with the Chariot card, this is talking about control, willpower, and moving forward, and, you know, with your determination. And that's what's going to get you out. Not only to mention that, with your using your intuition and finding the truth. All right? Let's get some more cards. Good Justice. Wow. See, you're going to get your Justice, Pisces. Make sure you're just listening to your little voice there and ask questions. Listen for that tone of their voice. Yeah. And, you know, you're going to be able to get out of this pretty easy, you know. Well, it may not be really easy, but you're going to, because I see Wang Yu here. This is not really easy to get out of, you know, but when I see Lagoose here, and then the truth, this is the truth. So the truth, this is justice. It's also got Tiwaz on there, which is forward movement. So yeah, you're going to be able to move forward through all this difficulty. See the Chariot? Yeah, I get it now. Why is the Justice card there? Wow, the Ace of Wands. I mean, the Ace of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. So this is a justice and some sort of fresh new start in your finances and your money, Pisces. I see Fehu on the top right here. See it? And I see Barkana down here. All right. So this is something to do with the family, a new start. This could be some sort of conflict with the family, but you know what? I see us coming out on top because I see the Justice card. I do see Barkana down here in the rocks. It's like down in, but it's upright. It's a new beginning. It's still in the rocks, but it's in the upright. So, you know, that's really good news. Let's get one more card. The Sun. Look at this, Pisces. The Sun. Wow. Happiness, joy, success. Win-win. It's got two Kanazes on there. Win-win. Wow. So this is what's to come here, Pisces. You're going to have your justice. You're going to have your Sun. But you're going to need to, move forward with courage and make sure that you double check everything that you've been told, and, and verify anything that you need, because there's some sort of false information here that needs to be clarified. So seek clarity. Yeah, don't act on anything until you clarify it first. What else is going on with Pisces? Prosperity lies ahead. Look at this, Pisces. Prosperity lies ahead. I really like that. Get another one of these little cards here. Get some warm runes. What's going on with Pisces? I gotta take my doggy out for a really long walk. One of the neighbor dogs is in heat and he's going crazy. So when that happens, I usually take him out and play with him and stay out all day with him, so he gets really tired, and then he'll come home and eat and go to sleep. What's going on with Pisces? On. That's a good rune. These are from Ireland and Scotland. If you're new, you guys, they're pretty cool runes. They date back before the Roman Empire, so it's before it was actually Ireland or Scotland. Yeah, back when they were just tribes. Okay, Ebad. I think that's E. That's either E bad or E yeah. It's one of the two. They have different names, and sometimes I can get a little confused on those. But I have a book, so that's what comes in handy. What's going on with Pisces? Beh. Wow, joyful new beginnings. That's an awesome rune, Pisces. Beh. Yeah, really positive. Let me see here. I'm looking for my book. You know, I never have my book out here when I need it, and it's really kind of discouraging as I'm knocking everything over. All right, here we go. All righty, here we go. Let's get to on. You know, Pisces, these runes have 5 different alphabets, and it can be confusing finding them, even in this poor book that just is about ready to to fall apart. Here we go, on. Now, on is the gorse tree, okay? It's either the ash tree or the gorse tree. It can be either or, all right? And the meaning of this is spiritual paths, lust, arousal, spiritual guidance, and movement. And on also represents a health and vitality of intimacy and sexuality. All right? So this is just telling you to go for what you want. Shadow, stop that. Sorry about that, you guys. My poor dog's going crazy over this dog downstairs. All right, let's get over. This is Ia, yeah. So this is the aspen tree, and the meaning of this particular rune, Pisces, is bravery, overcoming fears and worries. Yeah, so this is overcoming fears and worries about the future. I like that. Okay, and Ia represents a visual quake of the aspen tree. It symbolizes how accepting your fears and worries may make you stronger and help you overcome them. And remember that ash tree is quite strong yet flexible, and remember this while trying to overcome difficulties. And Ia can also represent enlightenment and connection with the universe through altered consciousness. So this is like a really deep, you know, spiritual feeling, and you know, and his bravery. Look at, he's walking up to the lion. He's walking up to the lion. So I really like that. And then we have Be. Now Be is the very first rune in the set, and it's actually the most positive rune in the set too, because Be represents joyful new beginnings. It does. So look at this. You just don't see it yet. See, you don't see it. It's coming. The meaning of this is joyful new beginnings, birth, work, or a new phase of life. It's also talking about creativity and cleanliness. And this is telling you here that, remember, change can sometimes be uncomfortable and challenging. Now's the perfect time to get ready for changes and transformations ahead. So it's just telling you to get ready, Pisces. Lay down. My poor dog. I apologize about that. Let me see, what else are we going to get? We're going to get some shadow cards here. What's going on with Pisces? Procrastination. Putting things off becomes a bad habit, so use time management strategies. What's going on with Pisces? Entitled. Expecting special treatment without earning it. Be grateful for what you have. And I know that we are Pisces. Yeah. You know, these shadow cards, they're not for everybody. They're for some of us. And whatever pops up, you know, pops up. Let's see here. Indecisive. You fear making the wrong choice, but learning to trust your instincts brings clarity. Okay, so I really like this one because it's telling you straight up to trust your instincts. Trust your instincts and you'll find clarity, because you're going to need to seek clarity. This clear water, this clear flowing water for your happiness. So yeah, I really, honestly, I like this reading. The only thing that I don't like is this gossip or this nonsense that somebody's saying or whatever. So just make sure that you verify everything so you can clear things up and move forward. And you will. I see the Chariot, so you're gonna pull away from this conflict. See, I see victory right there. Pulling away from that. Well, let me see. Let's get one more card. Let's get some of these. Get some of these oracle cards. The key. The key. All you do with ease and enthusiasm is the path to your goal. Actions are secondary. Make the energy within your primary focus and don't underestimate the little joys. Well, I like these cards. Let go. Let go. Let go of negative people and toxic beliefs. Your time on earth is precious, so invest it wisely and be mindful of who you spend your time with. A new chapter, a new chapter. When things seem to be falling apart, be aware that many things are coming together in new ways that suit your new phase of life even better. All right, so, and I see that. This kind of looks a little rough because somebody's like, I don't like that, But the good news is you're going to be able to get your way out of that. This is some sort of gossip or, he said, she said stuff. For some of us. For others, it could be just a straight out lie, but you're going to get the truth right here. I see the Justice card, so either way, it all comes out good. Well, there you have it, Pisces. I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. And if you haven't, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys again. Whoops, knocked over my duck. See you guys again tomorrow. All right, Pisces. Bye for now.